Hey y'all Gleeks, it is Winky Gleek and welcome to the 7th and final available chapter of my Lambs fanfiction. I've been trying to work on it, but I haven't been getting the good ideas. I haven't found good pictures to try and tie up the stories, loose ends and everything. So this will be the last final part. So there is sadness warning, obviously. I wouldn't necessarily consider parts of the story angst or self-harm, but if those are slightly triggering topics, this might not be the video for you specifically. So if topics like that or something similar in the video are just not for you, please feel comfortable to click away. It is okay. Your comfortability is more important, okay? And let's get into the video. Chapter 7, I'm watching it burn. Lauren's perspective. My hole is gone. My scars are healed, my outfit clean. I woke up in an orange room. I wondered if I was even dead. In this room where I woke up sat a desk with papers and an inkwell, and a cradle by an open window with the curtains blowing. I looked around. It definitely wasn't familiar. I don't remember heaven or hell being described like this. Is this even heaven or hell? Where am I? Something whined. I was interrupted by a wail. A baby in the cradle started screaming bloody murder. Did I do that? Did I scare the child? Whose child was this? What's a baby doing in heaven? Or hell? Whose child is this? I yelled. Immediately I felt bad. I shouldn't be yelling. It's a child. One of the purest things in this world. I should try and calm it down. Then a woman raced into the room, passing right by me. Shh, shh, shh. I froze in silence. The woman rushed to the cradle and picked up the child. I realized it was your wife, Eliza. Miss Schuyler, Mrs. Hamilton, what are you? Shh, 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 she said as she held the child. She didn't seem to acknowledge me as she calmed down the baby boy. There, Philip, Mommy's here. Philip opened his eyes as he stopped crying from Eliza's coos. Poor thing, did something wake you? He seemed to look at me. I couldn't tell, so I walked over to get a closer look. Then he reached for me and waved high. So I just acted natural and waved back with a confused smile. A wave of sadness fell over me. Alexander's son could see me. His little boy could see me, even though Eliza couldn't. I was gone from the living. It was a miracle. Eliza put him back to sleep, and Philip waved one final goodbye. As the room faded into the darkness, I promised to Alexander, just know his godfather is watching over him. I will keep him safe. I will protect him. Then the light reappeared, and I ended up on the balcony at the Schuylers' mansion. A random place to be transported. I reached a hand out towards the beautiful night stars, but a hand flashed back and forth between stretching out and holding the letter. A letter. Then the storm emerged, and a wave of song fell over my soul. I was transported to the tree that was placed in my old backyard. I held the letter close and sang to myself. I saved every letter you wrote me. From the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said we'd be fine. I thought you were mine. In my office, one day, my father caught me saving your letter. Do you know what my father said when he caught me setting your letters aside? He said, be careful with that one, son. He's making you more than just smile. I drowned in your poems and writings. I was taken in by your love. I barely survived. You and your words flooded my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You're ruining palaces with paragraphs, wrecking cathedrals. I'm rereading the letters you wrote me, captivated by the appeasement from every line. I saw every sign that showed you were mine. The darkness in my memories lit a flame, and your letter started to fade away by the brightness. The world seemed to burn, Then my body, lit by the light, sent me into a heat wave, washing me away. The light, the letter I wrote to you, they'll erase the fact that I longed for you inside my bed, and clearing my name and part of my life. A black fade came through, and I arrived on my doorstep. When my father found out about my true feelings for you, I was pushed away, abandoned, and thrown out of the house. I was disowned, never to see them again. Do you know what my father said when he read what we'd done? He said, "You've fallen for another man. I won't bear to call you my son." I had grown impatient without you. My heart couldn't stand the pain, but I wanted to keep loving you. I was only hurting myself more, so I stopped writing. You and your words pleaded impatiently. My sentences were rendered too reckless, and they've grown paranoid of the first paragraph to convince you. So you finally did the unthinkable. You pushed me away and finally realized this wasn't right. You tried to save my soul, keep me credited, and keep my honor alive. After that, I broke down way too often. I drank way too much as I tried to cope with what I needed and what wanted for us. Okay, sorry, I can't read. What I needed and wanted for us, but it was too much for my body to handle. A large pen covered me as I was censored from the narrative. No one really knows who I am, what I stood for. No one knows of our relationship. Nothing of me exists. They'll erase me from our narrative, so soon future historians will search for our affections, and where it all starts, they're tearing us apart. I'm watching it burn, watching it burn. The ghostly arms reach to cover my mouth. They reach for my head, they try to pull back my hands, strangle my legs, and take me into the dark. But I struggle as I try to keep stretching for you, our love, and the hope I need to escape this nightmare. The world has no right to my heart. The world has no place in my head. They don't get to know what I could have said. They're burning the memories, burning the letters that might have set me free. After I die, I see something reach for the letters and place them on an open candlelight. I proceed to try and stop it, but then it was too late. They burned, and now I'm erased from the narrative forever. I banged on the barrier that kept me from reaching you, but the arms kept dragging me away. I could see you looking at me right through, but you won't reach back. It is finally time to let me go. I'll see you on the other side. They'll forfeit the rights to my heart. They'll forfeit your place in my head. I'll lay alone in my bed with all those memories of when you were mine. I let the arms finally take me away. I come back to the white light as I sit on the balcony and finally full circle. Now I am truly gone. There's nothing for me back down on earth. But Hamilton, I will keep Philip safe from above. I hope they won't burn. Keep safe, keep kind, and keep good. Until today. I hope you enjoyed that last final chapter, and I will try to upload more different content around the clock. Speaking of which, I am going to be changing my name to London Stanley and Company, the and Company being all my different kinds of content. I realized that I'm not fully Gleek. I'm Hamil fan, Miracular, and all these different fandoms that I just can't keep one simply straight. I'll be mostly Glee, but I will have also tons of other content as well. So please subscribe, please comment, please something, I guess. And I will see you guys later because I will have a new video out for April later. Bye!